Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Nutty 68 Chevelle. I apologize I've not posted in the last 2 months. I've had some health concerns that I had to deal with, and that kind of takes away from a lot of other things I like to do in my life, but that's okay. Onward and upward, as they say. So, to do a recap of the last 2 months of what I've been doing. I tested the car out on the street, way out in the sticks. Worked pretty good, actually. We had one little failure. That was the brand new alternator I got out of the States. That failed right away, so I had to wait 3 weeks for another alternator to come in. So I couldn't drive the car. We did some more testing because we were going to go to the track. But it was at the start of August we were going to go to the track. But that kind of fell through. And then the third week of August, I did a little bit more testing with the car to make sure it was all happy and everything was great. Then I think 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago, maybe, it was last Saturday. Not this past Saturday, just past Saturday before that. We went to the racetrack. Chris, a really good friend of mine, he has a YouTube channel called SS454LS6. He took the videos of the car at the racetrack for me, so I didn't have to worry about it. And then he posted it on his website. If you guys like, you can go to his channel and you can see the last or the only track day of the entire year that I went. And his YouTube channel is SS454LS6. So go over there and check that out. He offered to give me some of the video, but I honestly don't know how to make it into this because I'm not that adept when it comes to making videos and all that. So, but anyway, what happened after or during the race? The car was hooking up. I was doing wheelies. It was good. It was hooking up out of the hole, but it was like stumbling for some reason, and we were having carburetor issues again. That kind of plagues me with that. But, and then we decided to add or turn on the methanol with the race gas. I was thinking maybe it wasn't getting enough fuel. So we did a pass with the methanol. It did 974 to 139 miles an hour. It just wasn't pulling very good, and I don't know why. Like, it just wasn't all there, and I could feel it. It was kind of like not like it wasn't pulling like it normally did when I was doing the testing. So, and then the next pass, we turned off the methanol, changed the jetting a bit, did some other tweaks on the carburetor, and it launched okay, shifted into second gear, and then all of a sudden the motor shut off completely, like dead. I thought it blew up a transmission, pulled over on the side of the track. So again, Chris has that video of the car doing that. So yeah, SS454LS6. You can go watch the video there if you like, and the rest of his videos too. But anyway, back to my story. Then it pulled over, and I'm like, what the heck? I thought it blew up my transmission, but I didn't. It was engine problem. So you guys can see the motor's out of the car, and the motor is on the engine stand. And I'll show you guys what exactly happened. This is one of my diamond pistons. This is number 8 cylinder diamond piston. We think a rod broke. Sorry for the phone. I think a rod broke because the tune-up was good. The black is all from the street driving because it gets carbon on it, but yeah. We think the rod broke and then took out the piston from there. So here's the other side. Ouch. Here's the other side of the connecting rod. These are Cali's Ultra Pro connecting rods. And no, I was not on nitrous oxide. I was on motor. I was on just 108 race fuel, like 108 octane race gas. So here's the block. See if I got a light here to show you guys. So here's what happened to number 8 cylinder. You see the big hole there? Rod punched through the side of the cylinder wall. It took out the chunk right here of the block. It also took a chunk out of the bottom of number 7 cylinder. A piece of the rod is still stuck up between the camshaft and the lifter. So the cams, well, I can send the cam off to a company in Salmon Arm, British Columbia. They can fix it, so I might do that. But this crankshaft is bent by 5 thou. I used this guy right here to measure the crank. And I put it right on number 3 journal right here on this. And I measured it, this point here. And the whole crank is bent by 3 thou. Sorry, not 3, 5 thou. And that's not the only problem. I'll show you guys something as well. Sorry for the shake. I'm trying to walk and hold camera and spin the motor over. So if you guys look, watch. Okay, so this here is the thrust on the big block Chevy. Watch what happened. You see how it's moving away? The main cap is off, obviously, but the front one's still on. And if you look, spin around again. So I'll show you why it does that. If you look right on the side of the thrust, I'll see if I can get in there closer. You see the big crack? Like literally right in here. You can see the crack. So the crankshaft is broken. So that means I need a whole new bottom end. The rod number 7, here's number 7's rod. And piston, it took a beating because it was right next to it. So kind of, sorry guys, here's the connecting rod. This is number 7. Or is this number 7? Wait, hold a second. Yeah, it is. Nope, sorry, this is number, I apologize everyone, this is number 5. Thought it looked a bit too shiny. This is number 7. This is number 7 piston. This was right next to it. You can see. Yeah, this also, like I took the slug out of the hole. And yes, every single exhaust valve hit the top of the pistons. So those are my heads over there. And see this? This rod is garbage now as well. These are the Cali's Ultra Pro rod. 6.7 inch. Yeah. So as you can see, this was on number 7, but yeah. So anyways, and my oil pan took a humongous hit. I'll show you down here once I grab the flashlight. You can see oil pan took a humongous hit on this side, and you see the big honking hole on this side, and all the shrapnel inside the bottom of the pan. So yeah, so I haven't taken out the camshaft yet. Wasn't too bad though. Like I didn't spin any bearings. Like as you guys can see, the crankshaft journal is perfect on all of them. I took all the bearings off the rods. This is oil. There's no scratching, no nothing. It's absolutely perfect, guys. Like whole crankshaft, never spun a main bearing. As you guys can see, there's no main bearings that were spun, nothing. So it was a rod. Well, I'm thinking more like a piston failure, but it's kind of really hard to tell which one it was. So look over here. Here's the main bearings, main caps, the rest of the pistons. The rest of the pistons still look pretty good, but here, I'll show you. This one's still a bit oily. I'm gonna try not to dump this everywhere. But as you can see, underneath the piston, every exhaust valve touched. Because the gesso belt drive broke. As you can see. Yeah. So I'll just grab another piston here. You can see the bottom of the piston. Yeah. So, oh, and my brand new Titan pump is El Garbaggio. This is the top of the pump. It broke the Titan pump as well. Here's the Titan pump right here. Probably going to send it down to Titan. Well, honestly, I'm probably not going to send it down there because they're probably going to tell me, Scotty, you got to buy a new pump. More than likely because of the damage it took. Because where's that rod? Oh yeah, here's the rod that was inside the Titan pump. As you can see, this side goes into the pump itself. So this was the shaft. This end goes into the distributor side. This went into the Titan pump. So yeah, it really bent it. So more than likely everything in here is broke. So, but yeah. Everyone's probably wondering what I'm going to do now. Well, after giving it some serious thought, I'm going to rebuild it because I'm stubborn that way. Ugh. Okay, so plan is it's going to be a 632 cubic inch big block Chevy. Yeah, I'm going to get a whole new block, rods, pistons, crankshaft, and then I'm going to build it up from there. So it's going to be a 632. It's going to have a 4.75 inch stroke with a 4600 bore, makes it a 632. There's a company out of the States that I'm dealing with right now that I called over this past week to get information on parts and block. It's going to be a world block. I can't remember the name of the crank. I haven't got that information yet, but I will. I'll post it on this channel. And one thing I forgot to show you guys is the cylinder heads. These are the most expensive piece of the whole motor, excluding the crankshaft. So, sorry I didn't show this to you guys before. Kind of hard to watch, but oh yeah, here's number. So this is number 8 cylinder right here. It bent this actual valve here a little bit, but it didn't do any other damage. I was so happy. It just did a couple nicks right here, like right here and here. And this valve is bent. Obviously, I'm changing, as you can see, obviously I'm changing every single exhaust valve and intake valve as well. So none of these cylinders got hurt except for just a little bit here. So I'm going to be changing. Sorry for the shakiness, guys. It's really hard to do this and talk and walk. So here's the other side of the motor. You can see where it touched the piston there. But yeah. So I'm sending it over to a buddy of mine, Tim from Head Dynamics. He's gonna be doing the cylinder heads, changing out all the valves, put brand new titanium intake and exhaust, and gonna keep moving onward and upward, as they say. So yeah, it's gonna be a 632 cubic inch big block Chevy. Still gonna use nitrous. I didn't even get a chance to use nitrous this year. So, but that's okay. Next year's a new year, and yeah, I also got to get the transmission checked out because just in case. So I do that every year anyway, so just be on the safe side. And if you're wondering, the car is okay. I did not crash it, even though oil sprayed underneath the whole car, underneath my slicks. I was able to pull over. I think I was doing 97 miles an hour as soon as the motor let go. So it wasn't too bad. I think the good Lord above me had something to do with that. So I didn't crash because, yeah. So I just got oil coated underneath the whole of the car. Oil drips on the ground underneath. That's from oil spraying underneath the car. So that's what my plan is. So I got a quote for a whole, just the bottom end that I'm getting. Once I get that information, I'll post it and share it, and I'll post the whole build of the new engine. So, but anyways, comment, like, subscribe. If I forgot anything, or if you guys want to ask questions about the old 606 more in detail, please let me know. I'll be more than happy to answer them. Anyways, have a good night. Thank you for tuning in.